Hello, everybody. Sunday night, May 28th, Monday the 29th. It's 12:30 in the morning. But still my Sunday entry. This is the 7th. So we're at about a week here of the beginning of my project. Seems like a good little place for a summary. I'm already amazed at the feedback that I've gotten, and a lot of it actually has not been on social media, or maybe some of you can see it in the interactions, and that's okay. I would love some interaction on the pages or the comment section, so maybe get some other conversations going or see, but I love the people that are reaching out through text messaging, through personal videos, through messaging on Facebook, through conversations when I see them in person, to people who want to go out and talk with me one-on-one and set time aside because they're not about the social media venue or for any other reason. So it's amazing that this effect that it's already having on people and me, which I haven't fully grasped yet, but one thing that it's done is it has made me very keenly aware. I'm very, very present. I've noticed more than really I have been in a long time. Noticing things from sounds and smells on campus to, the shift in someone's eye or the look on their face if I make a drink just right, or a conversation that somebody's having when their body language is saying something else. I mean, I'm much more in tune. And the other strange side is I've noticed over the past just few days, 4 or 5 even, that people, be it guests at my bar that I see on a regular basis, or a neighbor that I've interacted with, has just started discussing something they're grieving with or dealing with, someone who's ill or someone who's in hospice. And I'm not quite sure how to look at that yet, but it feels like as I open myself up to this, it's like people kind of know, and I'm someone they're giving it to. And I hope that this is working on this venue too. I'm hoping it's reaching people and making them feel open and safe. And even if they're not starting conversations here with me, maybe someone else in their life. That's why it's important to share this, because you never know who's going through what. I've gotten some great questions, what's the difference between grief and depression? That's on one of the comments, and it was discussed, and I got some good feedback on that. Thank you, Sarah, for the conversation. I've had people ask about anger and just being mad, and my response to that one wasn't honest. That's one hard one for me, and I'm not quite ready to discuss that one yet. A lot of anger. The idea of regrets and anger and shame that come with grief. But that was another question I had that I've responded to. And people just saying, I'd love to share my story with you. So it's working. Something's happening. And all of you are a part of it. And thank you for that. Tomorrow is Memorial Day. I hope everybody is safe. Hope everybody has a good time celebrating. And if you're working, then thank you very much for going to work. So people like me who have the day off can go and enjoy their day, probably or possibly at your establishment. And I want to leave with this. If you have questions, this is a great place to ask. This post, ask them in comments, ask them privately if you'd like them addressed in an answer in a video. But I would really love things that we can answer here in this public forum. It can be anything about loss that you've dealt with, questions about me, how it's affecting me or my friends, or questions about the losses I've experienced, how I handle certain situations, anything. The door is wide open, so I hope that I get some feedback, and I hope to hear from some of you. And again, thank you so much for watching. Week 1 down, and 3 more to go. So far, it's an interesting journey. Thanks for being on it with me. Everybody have a good Memorial Day. Be safe, and I will see you all tomorrow.